Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to make a video on my newest Marvel Future Fight version 501 tier list. You can see the live version at futurefightplayer.github.io/tier list at any time. Before I start, I'd like to mention some basic rules about this tier list for people who's not familiar with. Rule number 1. You should not compare battle types with each other. We have 4 main columns: Combat, Blast, Speed, and Universal. Their rankings are not comparable with each other. Rule number 2. This tier list depicts the characters at their highest levels. This is more like what they can do when their stats are max list. So you can see where does your beloved hero stand in the game. And the last one, but not least one, rule number 3. The uniforms listed are essential for those characters' rankings. If there is no uniform listed for a hero that has a uniform in the game, means that hero is better without that uniform. So if we are all ready, we can start with the combat class. Are we ready? Okay. Captain America's new Endgame inspired uniforms brought him a huge increase in DPS, and easy to play and more forgiving when a mistake made, so he's at the top. Wolverine still can tank nearly everything in PvP, and Mr. Fantastic is good for PvE. Hawke is the last character in the S tier, and he's actually hanging in from the corner. He has survivability, but he's not that good in PvP or PvE. Nebula is a wasted potential. I really wanted to believe that she was better, but seriously. Yeah, she got an upgrade. She jumped from low C tier to mid A tier, but still, that shouldn't be enough. Like, some of the characters appeared in the Marvel's Avengers Endgame received some upgrades in the last patch, and Valkyrie was one of them. After getting her potential, she's now in front of Carnage. But unfortunately, that damage buff is just not enough for her to go up in the rankings, just like other characters that we're gonna talk about. Seriously. Crossbones and Drax got their potentials in this update too. And after that, from being a middle C tier character, Crossbones jumped right behind Luke Cage, and from being the worst of the worst characters in the combat class, Drax jumped up right behind Jessica Jones. I really want to restate that these potential upgrades are good, but without some extra uniform buffs, iframes, debuffs, and everything, they're just not enough for those characters to rank up just like Ronin, as known as Hawkeye did. So, if we look at the Blast, unfortunately, I couldn't change Iron Man's ranking after the update. Even though he got some upgrades, that wasn't enough at all. But we have a newcomer in the A tier, Rescue. When I first got her, I was super excited, and she didn't disappoint me at all. She definitely is a better version of Iron Man replica, something that we have in this game, when they're at the same level. And same thing goes with War Machine and Rocket Raccoon too. They got new shiny uniforms, and that's just all. Extra stats when you purchase Synergy uniform obviously helps a lot, but I'm just against to buy a uniform just because they look new if they're not bringing anything, literally anything, into the table. Ancient One is one of the characters that got their potentials. Even though they are great support in the game, they were lacking damage output. A lot. This upgrade is well deserved for them. And if we look at Red Skull, meh? In the speed class, hell yeah! We have 3 new additions in here. We have running through the same path Winter Soldier ran last year when Infinity War update hit. He's just a little slower, but that's it. He was one of the worst in the speed type, and from the ashes, he definitely born again, and he is at the top. His only problem is he doesn't buff his own skills enough, but even without it, he is a machine. Ant-Man, huge upgrade. There is damage, there is all defense down, there is iframes and everything. I'm so happy with him. Black Widow, she's crushing it. She's now better in PvP and PvE. She's faster in both ways. It's a surprise indeed, but a welcome one. Shuri was a support character than a damage dealer, and just like Ancient One, extra damage never hurts. While for Falcon, that potential helps a lot. Hopefully, we can get a new uniform for him when his new Disney Plus show hits, with better skills and buffs. Wong, I don't know what to say. Thank you Netmarble for extra stats? Like, seriously? Why Gomorrah? Finally, she's not the deadliest woman in the game? Seriously, you couldn't keep her alive. I mean, you still cannot, but at least now she's like a feather? And it's better than nothing. And Universal. Let's start with the man. Thanos was already good at PvP before his update, and now his new uniform and his tier 3, he's nearly unkillable in PvP and he's amazing in PvE. Captain Marvel's new endgame uniform is way better and cheaper when you try to upgrade it than her original Captain Marvel movie uniform. She's got extra stats against villains and her skills are upgraded. I guess we can say Rich keeps getting richer? Here comes Thor, extra 15% lightning damage, synergy bonus, and the buff from his 4th skill. There comes the almighty Thunder God. Seriously, this is what he should have been before the endgame update, and this update should have made him better. Maybe add in some skills with Mjolnir Netmarble? What do you say? It's not a toy. And last but not least, Vision. He got his potential too, but no uniform for him either. Hopefully, we will get a rework for him this Christmas. If you watched till now, thank you so much. Here is the tier 2 list for you. And you can see this tier list at futurefightplayer.github.io/tier list. Peace out.